dealing with the newer starters? How has he been with them?
I mean, I think it's been a challenge for him. It's just like our offensive line. People say, how did Blake and Scott do? Blake and Scott did well for first-time starters. You don't take two guys off the field like Brady Minturn and Shane Staffy that have played 30 games next to each other. I mean, there's a chemistry that develops, and I think one of the challenges for Keith and Jamal is that Jamal and PJ had played so much together. It's like that. There's a certain communication that a quarterback has with a receiver, that a left tackle has with the left guard, that a corner has with a safety, that a safety has with a safety. Is they've just played together so much that they know where the other person's going to be, and that's how you build a great team. I mean, Central Michigan has become a really good defense because you've had 10 starters back that have played 2 years in a row together, and that's elevated their play. So that has been a challenge for Jamal, but it is what it is. Those things happen, and he gave us great effort, and he's done a good job of keeping it together. And now we're going to be better when Keith and him are in there together than we'd have been when they weren't there. So, there's always benefits to that, but sometimes it's painful as you go through it.
Mentioned Boyd Chick a moment ago, out for this week. Do you have any timetable on the bring that?
I don't know. It's just going to be wait and see. That we knew it was a long shot for Buffalo. Just how does he feel? And love to get him back for the Miami game, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Any other injury update for this weekend?
No, I'd say Brady Minturn is doubtful. Like I said, there's nobody that's been injured that I think is coming back. There's a shot we may get Ray Hudson back. I would say that right now he's doubtful, but it's a long shot that we could get him.
So are we, or in terms of the kicking competition, who's kicking?
Right now, Jerry Phillips will handle kickoffs, and based on last week, Matt Norsik will handle the place kicking. But we're going to go out there and practice for 5 days, and Matt struggles, and Jerry's kicking it great. The best guy will, it's a fine line between the two of them, but Matt kicked it well last week. That 40-yarder before the half was a big kick. And even the one he missed, I really liked how the ball got off his foot and it got elevated right away. And Jerry's another guy. Jerry's a very, very talented kicker. And here he is his first year playing. He's handling all of our place kicking. He's handling all of our kickoffs. And I have no doubt in my mind that at some point here, Jerry's going to be just an outstanding kicker. And sometimes the first year you play, you get into a little slump. And we fortunately have another option. And his kickoffs were a lot better on Saturday. And was that because someone else was handling the place kicking? I don't know, but I know this. He kicked the ball off a lot better last game than he had the previous 4 or 5 games.
How about, are you satisfied with your punter?
Yeah, I thought Nick kicked well last game, especially the amount of kicks he had into a very stiff wind. Nick's an experienced guy. He knew into the wind that he'd have to drive the ball and kick it low. And our net punt into the wind was pretty good. So he did a nice job. He's a good player.
Considering most players in school the size of BG don't win national awards, your thoughts on Freddie Barnes with the Biletnikoff Award? Does he have a shot at that? Considering,
I think he should win it in terms of what a player means to a team. Based on his numbers, he's a great candidate. But based on what he's meant to our offense, I think it'd be hard not to vote for him. If you put up his numbers and what he's done this year on a consistent basis, especially in light of the fact that we've lost some other guys at that position, that people have just been keying on him, and even on keying on him, he's coming up with 15 catches and 150 yards every week. It's an amazing season he's putting together. If I have a vote, I would vote for him. I think he should win it. And that's not to disrespect anybody else who's up for the award, but I know what Freddie means to our team. There's a guy that hasn't missed one practice all year, and he's really showed up every game and made plays for us.
Can you campaign for him, or is it out of everybody's?
That's. Do I have to come up with any more SID ideas here? Or passing the buck on that one, but I'm sure our Dave will do some things. But yeah, we want to fight for our players. We And that's the way the game's played. Unfortunately, not everybody who votes on these awards watches every game, and with getting less exposure than some of the BCS conferences, and not having the resources of some of the BCS schools, that we'll have to do what we can do, but we certainly want to help Freddie get every accolade that he deserves, and every other player on our team.
Granted, that's not a main goal, but now you guys play on ESPN on a Tuesday night, and see if you can give him some more touches.
We may throw him the ball a couple of times, and that's our offense. A lot of it goes through Freddie, but we've had other guys step up too. I mean, Justice Jones had some big catches. Jimmy Scheidler made some good catches the other day, and those guys would be the first to tell you it's because of the attention that Freddie gets that it's opened up some things for them. And we have other guys that can make plays. And Willie Jeter is a very good receiver out of the backfield as well. So every offense has a go-to guy. If you are an I formation team, it better be your tailback. If you throw the ball, it better be your X receiver. And that is a little bit. Freddie's had a great year, but a lot of it is system driven too. And we throw the ball a lot better than we run it. He plays the receiver position that gets the most one-on-one matchups, so he needs to be productive. But even with that standard, his year has certainly been special.
You got anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right.